Guerilla Podcast Syndicate production.
Biggest thing we can do is just get stops and run. Stops and run, guys. Push every time.
Extra session with Kiko Malicdem tackles everything about the world of sports, especially the one close to the host heart, basketball. Updates, discussion, clarification, name it. Extra session has it. Extra session with Kiko Malicdem.
That's how they're getting their points.
Rebound favors battles and gets it away from Bahamote out the hill for three. Bingo.
They party in this building, don't they? Yeah, good stuff. This is what the NBA is all about.
At magandang umaga ulit or magandang araw sa ating mga sumusubaybay sa ating podcast na Extra Session. Ako po ang inyong host na si Kiko Malicdem. And another episode po, episode number 2 for our Extra Session here in Guerilla Podcast Philippines. And of course, makakasama natin ngayon ang sinasabi natin, isa sa mga sikat na tao when it comes to recreational basketball dito sa Pilipinas. Makakapanayan po natin ngayon si Cholo Legisma ng Kings of the Court. Cholo, magandang araw sa iyo.
Magandang araw din, Kiko, and thank you for having me in this podcast.
Yes. Cholo,
Everyone is listening.
yes, Cholo, alam natin na ito, pag sinabi natin Kings of the Court, maglang sasabihin nila Cholo Legisma agad yan no? First thing that comes into the mind of people, lalo na basketball loving country ang Pilipinas. Now, Cholo, ano ba, pwede ba, syempre maraming nagtatanong, sino ba si Cholo? Ano ba background nito? Paano siya napunta dito sa pag-organize ng recreational basketball dito sa Pilipinas?
Okay, Kings of the Court started in 2014. Ako ang background ko, I was never hindi ako physically gifted with a height. I was never a varsity ng high school and college, pero sobrang hilig ko manood ng actually my favorite player was Allen Iverson . So the perfect underdog story na going up against the Giants, naming himself as the MVP. So but not everyone has that Allen Iverson story . If ever practices you do, talagang minsan hindi talaga binibigay sa'yo ng basketball lang ang tadhana . So I wanted to create a league that was meant for enthusiasts like me and everyone else na hindi man sila physically gifted with the height or the skills. There is an avenue for them to show their skills, and at the same time give them the professional services that only the PBA players in the league. Kasi during that time, hindi pa naman uso yung not much with the video highlights, with the photos, or mga graphic designs. So, yung nag-full blast talaga 2014 during nag-full blast talaga with photos, with videos, kada player of the game mo may prizes, may take-up fight, and though in short, the works, whether you are a good player, whether even as a bench ka, there's something that we find about you, that empowerment.
Okay. So, how did you come up with the name na Kings of the Court?
Ayan, I wanted to break the barrier kasi when at that time kasi when you say liga, parang I wanted to make it I wanted to make it more than cool. I wanted to make it sound really elegant and prestigious. And so when me and my partners then were discussing the name, when I saw the colors black and gold, ang ganda ang ganda tingnan. And the challenge at first was really kasi medyo alienating yung term Kings of the Court as basketball, di ba? Parang how will it meet, di ba?
Yes.
So, yun, dinaan natin sa branding. We wrote articles as if we're telling a story. Kinuha namin yung mga background ng mga players. So, yun, that's why the two words that came up with Kings of the Court was really elegance and prestige. So basically, it's a basketball league that we wanted to inject elegance and prestige. And it worked. Especially at that time kasi on the rise na yung social media, yung Facebook eh. Alam mo yun, parang pag magpo-post ka ng photo, magtatag yung mga tao, and they see a very elegant graphic design that was done for a player na parang ang tagal ko hindi nakikita itong tao to, sabi nakita ko player of the game pala sa isang prestigious league. So kaya Kings of the Court yung naging title because we wanted it to be elegant and prestigious.
Okay. Now, syempre, sa pagbuo ng isang bagay, hindi naman kasi overnight success yan. Now, ano ba yung mga hardships na napagdaanan mo when you were putting up KOTC?
Of course, yung pinaka-challenge talaga is really I didn't come from a basketball background eh. It was really yung challenge is paano ko makikilala yung mga tao na dati na sumasali or how would I make the network bigger. So, ang challenges dyan, who do I talk to? Sino ba yung mga groups na dapat itatap or what? So, luckily, at that time kasi, sobrang hilig ko rin kasi maglaro ng basketball noon. So, kumbaga medyo mahihayin din ako na pag-chat sa mga messenger, magsasabi ka ng announcement. So, kumbaga, tinanggal ko muna yun. And I tried to invite people from my personal basketball groups or regular pickup game. Try nyo to, experience na to. So, nagulat na lang ako. The reception was good. And, yun, it started with people that I'm close with. Then, eventually, may mga sumali na mga hindi ko kakilala, nag-message lang atol. Then, eventually, sumali sila. Naging kaibigan ko na rin. And up to this day, the relationship is still there. So, siguro to answer the question, ang mahirap dyan is really tatanggalin mo yung hiya mo na para kang door to door na para ka salesman na may iba hindi ka papansinin and kailangan mo lunukin yun. And may iba na papansinin ka but whether they're not sasali sila or hindi, kumbaga anything na basta sumali sila, that's appreciation on your part. So siguro yun yung hardship.
Okay.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now, back to the show.
So for ngayon, how long have you been in this sports organizing industry?
We started in January 2014. So ngayon ika-6th year na namin. 6th year and 6 year 5 months.
Yeah, marami. So, syempre may mga tao ka na rin. How do you choose your staff or your team?
Hirap. Live ba to? na corner ako. How do I select? Well, siguro the number one na sa akin is I look at the passion first before the skill. Kasi yung skill matuturuan naman yan eh. But if they have the same passion as I do, na makikita mo naman yan in an instant eh. During sa unang interview pa lang, makikita mo na agad kung nandiyan yung passion ng tao or whether he or she is just in it for having a job or what, makikita mo yun eh.
Yes.
So, number one, kailangan nandiyan talaga yung hilig mo, not just into basketball, pero into sports. Pangalawa, yung willingness to learn and be with a team. Kasi, alam naman natin na basketball is a team sport. You have to play with your teammate. And kung dati, kunwari sa ibang team, dati ka superstar, kumbaga, there are roles that you have to accept, especially kapag nandito ka sa right departments na ngayon.
I see.
So,
now, what's your take on the, of course, syempre, pag medyo nagbo-boom or nagiging successful, you tend to have some competitions. Now, dito, syempre, basketball is, like what I said earlier, Philippines is a basketball-loving country. And of course, siguro nakita nila, wow, boom na boom tong KOTC. Meron na ring ibang, let's say, gumagaya, nagtayo ng sariling grupo. How do you take, what's your take on that?
How it's more of a challenge for me. Actually, competition is good kasi the more competition you have, the more you have to wake up and always think of innovations. So that's what I do every day. Kumbaga ang motto ko nga whenever I in a group or in a class, I always tell them that you have to love the competition. You have to research about the market, you have to research about the competition, and tingnan kung ano yung mga ginagawa nila so that you will be able to always be on it. So, with the competition right now, I think it's good on my end para I'm always thinking
Yes.
what to do next.
Yeah, parang you don't rest on your laurels, sabi nga nila. And then, of course, Cholo, what are the of course, you've been here, like you said, 6 years already in the industry. What are the perks and disadvantages of recreational basketball ba?
Ano ba? Nung una kasi parang since hindi pa naman ganun karami yung mga leagues nun, siguro ang advantage nun is, so makikita mo sa players parang kumbaga how important is every game to them, especially sa championship.
Okay.
With the trend right now, so parang sobrang dami ng mga leagues ngayon, parang kunwari matalo ka sa isang championship league, parang malungkot pa rin, pero meron pa akong 8 pang liga na lalaruan. So kumbaga it's not the end of the world yet. So parang ang challenge dati is, like I said, parang more than playing a basketball league, gumagawa kami ng story ng mga players. Kumbaga right now, the challenge is parang paano mo ibabalik yung stories that you put before kung parang hindi na siya ganun ka, how would I put it, hindi na siya ganun ka lungkot pagka ikaw ay natatalo kasi may iba pa na maliga parang
Yes, I see. Okay.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now.
And now, of course, sabi nga nila, this pandemic, this current pandemic, one of the industry na medyo natamaan ng gusto is the sports industry. And of course, what can you say about that?
Napakahirap sa atin na nagpapa-run ng mga leagues, not just sporting events pero event organizers themselves. Parang hirap kasi without events wala tayong income. But not only that, pati yung mga tao natin especially yung mga referees, yung mga table officials, event staff, freelancers, na ang sources of income nila is really the game. Ang hirap hindi kung without us running a league, wala kang poproblemahin ganun poproblemahin mo lang sarili mo ano ipapakain mo, anong kakainin mo everyday. But right now, hindi mo na lang iniisip yung sarili mo, iniisip mo na rin pati yung mga tao who are with you from the start, who are with you right now, na you have to think not only parang what can I do para matulungan sila.
Yes, I see. And then of course, syempre since sports has been on a pause, sabi nga nila, since March 16. What are the projects? I'm sure you do have some ideas or projects while naka on pause on yung ating mga liga. Ano ba yung mga projects para to keep the people on a notice na sinasabi, uy, nandito pa rin ang Kings of the Court?
Okay, so we have this campaign called Season MVPs.
Okay.
We're in for a donation of 700 pesos. You get a customized artwork.
Yes.
And yung proceeds na yun mapupunta sa kalahati pupunta sa referees, sa mga table officials, sa mga displaced employees na walang sources of income.
That's good.
Pangalawa, they go to donation drives for our frontliners. Kasi alam na, we can all agree na ang season MVPs right now are the frontliners. So yun yung title nung campaign. And we are on our second month na.
Yes.
And through the donations na mga nakuha namin, nagulat ako, it's an overwhelming response sa mga tao. Right now, we have over 350 orders. Nakapag-donate na kami sa iba't ibang hospitals na mga PPEs, mga meals. Tapos nakapag-provide na kami sa 50 of our displaced employees. Tapos nakapagbigay pa ng ayuda sa mga referees. So, habang it was originally planned until end of May. Pero for me, as long as may tumutulong at kami natutulungan, itutuloy natin.
I see. So, syempre, hindi lamang pang basketball no? Pati pagtulong sa kapwa-tao, yan din yung parang target ng Kings of the Court. Now, of course, Cholo, what can you advise to, of course, sa mga taong mahilig na mag-organize, sa mga taong gustong sumunod sa yapak mo in the very near future?
Okay. Yun, like I said a while ago, a battle of innovation So parang you really have to think ano pa yung hindi kasi basta-basta ma-apply. So kailangan it's backed up by research, it's backed up by good financing kung meron ng money involved. So kailangan it's a thorough process na hindi siya overnight na from an idea to execution matutupad. So kailangan nag-start naman usually ang idea sa mga ideyang minsan baliw na idea, pero may idea pa rin.
Yes.
So always be innovative, always think of new ideas. If it's a switch in the light bulb, execute and research and draw your numbers.
Okay. And of course, Cholo, maraming salamat. I know you're a very busy person, and of course, syempre, you're looking forward na rin sa pagiging tatay soon. And of course,
Thank you.
Congratulations sa ganyan. So another chapter, bagong pagsubok dyan, challenge for you. Now, of course, Cholo, you have any message para sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta ng KOTC or Kings of the Court?
Well, number one, I'd like to thank everyone who have supported us from the very beginning. And natutuwa ako, kumbaga, number one is being able to have an avenue for players to play in an organized league. That's number one. And number two, yung relationships that I am able to build through it. Ganito pala ang madadala ng basketball, not just in getting friends, pero alam mo yun, being a family na rin, na doon ako number one thankful. So I'd like to thank everyone who from the start and until now, thank you very much. And of course, sa ating mga frontliners na patuloy na lumalaban in behalf of our country. Like I said, undoubtedly, kayo ang season MVPs namin. And for the staff, for the referees and officials na patuloy na nagtitiis, kapit lang tayo, laban lang tayo. Sabi nga natin, whenever life puts you down, the more you fight, the only you become stronger. So, laban lang tayo, kapit lang tayo.
Okay, maraming salamat, Cholo Legisma ng Kings of the Court, sa oras na binigay mo sa ating podcast, sa extra session. And of course, nga pala, just in case you were saying about this, yung season MVPs or anyone who would like to contact you for sponsorships, I mean, kung sino gustong magbigay ng sponsor sa mga projects mo, how do they contact you?
Yeah, It's still very much ongoing. So for more information about the campaign, you can go to our Facebook page. It's Kings of the Court PH. On Instagram, we are at Kings of the Court PH. And you can also visit our website, kingsofthecourt.ph/season MVP. Doon makikita lahat ng information, yung mga beneficiaries, yung mga people na natulungan na, and meron kami tinatawag doon na wall of appreciation, wherein nandun nakasulat lahat ng mga names na nag-donate, and as well as yung artwork nila na nakakollage. So everyone who donated, very well noted.
Okay, that's good. And again, maraming salamat sa oras na binigay mo. Siguro sa iba pang mga pagkakataon, lalo na pag merong mga activities or let's say projects ang KOTC, nadun din kami para sumuporta at syempre suportahan at panoorin yung mga activities or projects ng grupo mo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kiko, for having me. It's an honor.
Okay, maraming salamat ulit, Cholo. And of course, that is our second episode for this extra session podcast. And of course, till next week po, this has been Kiko Malicdem. And of course, hope you join us again next week for another program or another episode. This is episode number 2. It's the Kings of the Court here in Extra Session.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or via RSS. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, rate and review this podcast and share it with your friends. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And if you want to know more, check out guerillapodcast.com.ph.
A Guerilla Podcast Syndicate production.